Hello everybody, welcome to another day of Albion Online. Forgive me if I'm coughing, I am still sick and under the weather a little bit, but I want to make sure that I get this video out because it was a special request on how do you do farming or how do you do crafting in Albion Online. So I wanted to make sure that this gets out and posted out by special request in my Discord channel as well as on my YouTube video. So, one of the first things that you need to do is you have to have a crafting station. Hey, hello Death Mom, hey Legacy Gamers, welcome both. So in this session right here, we're going to show you and teach you a little bit about crafting. Now, one of the first things that I like to do is if you're going to craft things, you got to be able to do salad. And when you're looking at crafting, you want to make sure that whatever you're going to do for farming, because farming was specially requested, is to make sure that you look at the last endpoint of salads and what are the materials needed. So I don't do the fishing part because that's a whole nother level of skill set, but I see the end result is I need cabbage and potatoes. So if I want to do salads for crafting, because crafting is important for getting this, crafting speed by 50% increase and crafting quality by 100%. So my end result is I know I want to do cabbages and potatoes. You also should be growing wheat, turnips, carrots, and beans. So you start all the way backwards. So you know you have to start with carrots and level up carrots and level up beans. But your end results and your highest skill should be the highest level of whatever it is. So that means you should be growing cabbages and potatoes. Now for me, I'm not a salad chef. I'm a roast chef. So I look at the roast and what I need for roast. My results is I need pork, I need corn, and I need cow's milk. Now, in order to get cow's milk, I need a level 10 in animal breeding. Now, farming is not profitable in the beginning. It will cost you millions and millions in silver to do farming. So please be aware of that. If you're trying to just make profit, stick with one crop and only grow one crop and don't do anything else. But no matter what, your first decision before you grow any type of farming is decide what type of crafter, whether it's food or something. If you plan to grow food or if you're just doing it for money, then just grow one crop. It doesn't matter what crop you grow if you're just doing it for money. But eventually maybe you do want to craft. So my end result was that's why I picked corn. Roast pork is what I will use because I use roast pork all the time for lifesteal, for my build, for doing damage. So I decided that corn is my end result, so that's my main crop. That is why if you come all the way here and you look at my corn level is ridiculously high, level 83 corn, because it's all I focus on as I specialized in just corn. But you need to make sure you have all the other skills in order for this to actually work properly. So build it out and think of it and think of, okay, corn, roast pork, and cow's milk, okay? So now that's just the first step of deciding what type of crop to grow. Now, in order to actually do better crafting, your crafting stations also need food. What people don't understand is when you build a crafting station, this station is already a level, I don't even know what level this is. It's a level 5. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a T7 Grandmaster Cook Station. So it took me a ton of materials just to build this alone, okay? I built it, tons of everything. Now, in order for it to even work, let me dismount. I'm going to eat the salad because I'm going to craft some more salad. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat the salad, which gives me 50% more crafting speed and 100% more quality. And I'm going to come over here, and you have to click on the person's portrait, and you have to feed your station. See, it's only 2%. In order to craft something, you have to give him some of the stuff that you crafted. Now he's at 3%. Now he can actually be used as an actual crafting station. You can't do anything until he actually is fed for all your crafting stations. So feed them first. After they're fed, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to make some more potato salads. I'm going to craft potato salads. That's the potatoes and the cabbage. And now my salad chef has got up. So that's just the basic in crafting and figuring out what to decide on how to do your farming. Now I'm actually going to I'm going to keep my salad buffer right now. I know it's going to run out soon. And we're going to go over here and we're going to use the butcher. And we're going to butcher some pigs and some goose. And the main reason why I grow goose is because that's the next level up. For crafting, you don't need premium. Premium is just for the focused ability. Focus is right here. See this focus right here? If I spend focus, basically I get 37.1% more yield for using focuses points. You only need premium if you want to get the extra bonus for focus. You don't need premium to do crafting. It is very expensive to grow and or craft.
Like a surgeon.
So in the beginning, profitability is very low. Let me put it that way. It's not profitable to do this type of actions if you're a new player because it costs tons of money for the island, it costs money for the farm plots, it costs money for the seeds. Profit is very low in the beginning. Now for me, if I were to just use all corn, non-stop corn on every single one of my plots, and I were to just sell the corn itself and not sell the seeds and use all my focus points just for corn, I was averaging around I think it was 400 to 600,000 silver. But at my level, that's level 86 plus corn level. So it can become profitable in time, but it took me many months to get the skill level up to that high. Like you see how it only cost me 158 focus points? And it only works if you water all your corn. So if you don't water all your corn, your profits will be cut down to probably 200, 300,000 silver. Because if you don't water your corn, you have to rebuy corn seeds to plant them. Because if you look right here and you look at corn, corn has a 91.11% seed yield. But to buy each corn costs 22,500 per corn seed. And so if you're averaging less than 9% of the corn seeds you're not getting if you don't water your corn, you have to rebuy your corn, so you lose your profits on that way. But yes, if you're going to focus on whatever you're going to build or whatever you plan to use, do it that way. Now the other thing that's not profitable as well is raising animals. I'm going to show you why raising animals is not super profitable. And the main reason why they're not super profitable is you have to feed them. So not only do you have to buy the piglets or the goslings or whatever it is that you're planning for animals, you also have to buy them, plant them, and feed them, and it costs focus points. Now the reason why it's profitable for me now that I'm getting to this point is I can make pork pies with it. And the pork pies for me saves on cost for me having not to buy them. But if you say, for example, see I have all these pork, you pick them up, right? It costs you, and I did the math a long time ago. I don't know the math right now anymore. But if you come over here and you plant the pigs, right? The one thing is to plant the pigs. The pigs alone already are expensive, right? These little piglets are expensive to buy and plant. Now, so let's say I plant all these pigs. It still costs me, and let's see if I can just get a stack of 10 the best I can. 3 plus 7 here. This is 4,230 silver for a stack of 10. And normally most food is all the same-ish as what I've seen on the market. So every single pig I have to feed cost me 4,230 silver just to feed them. So there, I just fed them 10 potatoes. That cost me 4,000 silver. This cost me 4,000 silver for every single time. And this is expensive to raise animals. How many islands do you need? It depends on how fast you want to level up. Farming is not profitable in the beginning. That's just all I don't know how to insinuate that more. It costs millions and millions of silver to start. But once you do get started, it can be a way of making income, even if you're not premium. But it is very expensive. So I wanted to showcase this. You see how I'm at level 91? As soon as I get cows, I'm going to change out these, at least half of these to cows and do pigs and cows. And then cows I don't have to replant. So cows are not going to cost me money again to pick up. They'll just constantly keep producing milk as long as I feed them enough food, 10 food for each plot. Now for me, I level it very fastly because I have more than 3 islands. And each island, I don't even know the exact cost for islands, but you're talking about millions of silver to upgrade your island high enough level to get 5 plots of farming. Cows are definitely, if you get to the higher level, that's why I'm still trying to reach it. But you see how expensive, I actually stopped doing animal farming because it was so expensive. And I just switched to doing corn because I went inactive. I stopped my premium. And when I stopped my premium, I was like, okay, well, I don't want to waste all my money on just feeding animals and trying to figure it out because I don't have focus anymore, right? So if you just plant pigs, it's again 91.11% offspring yield. So 9% of all the pigs that you plant, if you don't use focus points, you'll lose 9% of your yield. And these are the higher ones, like corn and pigs, they're higher yield. Where if you pick like a different type of planting or whatever it is you're using, under non-premium, they give you way less. Like carrots, if you don't water them, you'll never get any seeds. But carrots only cost you what, 2,000 silver per seed? Hold on, let me go double check that. Yeah, carrots are 2,000 silver per seed. So what people do is they just do carrot farming and they just do a whole bunch of carrots so that they can level up. I skipped that. I spent the millions and millions of silver to get to my level. But how I got my silver was, you see how I do solo group dungeons, I solo out group content. That's how I get all my silver. I don't get all my silver from farming. Farming is just what I do for fun. You don't earn money for you cost you millions and millions of silver to do farming to get to my level in the beginning. But once you get to it, you can start making silver. And now there are ways to still be profitable, but you have to start off slow and small. So if you just do carrot farming in the beginning, it's because you're doing it for the first time, and you sell off all your carrots, it will take you months and months and months to level up to where I'm at. If you only have one island and just 5 plots of land. But I don't even know the cost for islands. Let me Google this real quick. How much is it? Albion Online Islands. The cost for islands are... Okay. Total silver cost for a level tier 6 island, which gives you 5 farm plots, is 6,450,000. So just to even get 5 farm plots like me will cost you 6,450,000 for one island. So one of my islands I actually didn't go to tier 6. Yeah, that's why it's so expensive. So even just for one farm plot, it will cost you 75,000. So a tier 2 island for one farm plot is 75,000. Yes, its farms are very expensive. And then you still have to pay for all the seeds, and you still have to pay for everything. So farming and crafting are, like if you Google or look it on, are for people that are rich. Rich to begin with, right? You have to already have a ton of money to do this. Oh, I didn't even eat my pork pie. See, so that's another thing too. So when you're picking up, it doesn't cost much, 4,650 for a pork pie, but you get 15% more yield for eating a pork pie. So 15% more of picking up whatever you're picking up is very important. So always, always, always remember to buy a pork pie from the auction house and eat it before you do any farming. Because if you don't, you're losing money. You're wasting money, you're losing silver. So my first farm plot, I lost some silver, decent amount of silver you lose, because 15% of whatever I pick up is huge. Huge, 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 huge. That's probably why I didn't get any more pigs. So I had watered most of my pigs, but I didn't get any extra pigs, which is kind of bad. So that's why you always, always, always eat a pork pie, the best you can get, so that you get a higher yield, so you get more pig offspring, so you can plant more pigs, because each pig offspring is worth huge amount of money. And then over here, see, I don't have enough focus points. So the main reason why I'm planting cabbage is because cabbage, if you sell back at the crafting station, allows me to make roast goose. So always remember where your path is going. So beans, cabbages, and corn are for my roast crafting. Now I didn't focus on beans because I went straight for goose and cabbages. So cabbages and corn are my 2 main crops. Now that I saw salad is there, I kind of want to do potatoes because potatoes are also cheaper too. So I'm probably going to do potatoes, cabbages, and corn are going to be my 3 main crops. 3 plots are good. That's a good starting point. And see, I didn't pick up my seeds. I gotta go back to my other island and pick up all my seeds. Level 3. for just 2 plots. You would need to be actually level 4 island to get 3 plots. Honestly, I would stop at tier 5 and not go to tier 6, and it's just 2,700,000 if you're just doing farming. If you want to be most profitable, because of the time it takes you, whatever that one extra farm spot, I can't remember, I did the math. It will take you, if you farmed every single 3 whole months plus or longer to make the profit back. So if you farmed every day and watered that one extra plot of 9 spots, because you can see there's 9 spots per farming, it will take you 3 months of non-stop and using focus on them to make your money back. Or more. I can't even remember the exact amount, but I know it was a ridiculous amount. Like I was like, I'm not even gonna pay 3 months of premium to focus to do all that just to get back the 3,750,000 in that you could possibly make from it. Yeah, like in 3 months' time, you're like, I don't even know if I'll still be playing the game for 3 months straight with 3 months of premium. So for literally what I mean here is one farm plat, right? 9 spots. If you farm it and plant it and focus it 9 times and sell everything, including the seeds that you get, so sell all the seeds, sell everything in it, and you had the seeds for free every time for all 9 spots, it'd take you 3 whole months to get 3,750,000 in silver again. So, not exactly worth it.
Let's go.
And so I'm not trying to tell people or try to avoid the farm. I'm just trying to be the straight up upfront. This is the cost it will take you to do farming. Yeah, exactly. Like it's kind of like some people really think it's at some point it becomes spending real money is actually more time efficient than trying to do it in the game, just because the costs. If you really do all the math behind it all, I do it because it's fun and it's relaxing. And then once you do get it all set up, and if you are playing for years, like I've been playing, then it does become profitable. It's kind of same thing like stock market in a sense, like dividends and stuff. It pays you out in the long run if you can stick with it and keep doing the actions over and over again if you're not afraid of clicking like I'm clicking right now. But it's, yeah. Profitability is not high in the beginning. It's a long straight ways to get it. But hopefully that gives you a basics of farming. And that's also why I don't showcase it too much, because yes, farming is for people that are already... What be your alt axis? Oh, did you buy premium to that? Yes, I did. I bought premium for all of them so that I could buy island. You have to buy it at least enough premium. I think you have to buy at least 7 days of premium to buy an island. So I farmed up enough money, gave it to my alt accounts, bought 7 days of premium, had them be able to buy an island and fully staff it, right? And then I don't buy any more premium for those accounts. I just leave them. But they have to have premium enough, at least I think it's 7 days, in order for you to even buy an island. Makes sense. And I also started in the Thetford. So if you come over here and you look, I don't even know if there's not 7 days of premium anymore. They probably have changed that. Where's the premium? There's still 7 days right here. Yeah, $5 for 7 days. Right here. Yes, I paid. Well, back then I didn't pay $7. I paid it with silver, and it didn't even cost nowhere near as this much. Like back when I was playing, it was literally less than I think it was 3 million silver for 1 month. And to me, it was like, oh, 3 million? I have like 50 million. Here, buy 30 days of premium for my secondary accounts. Now, and because cost, everything else doesn't go up, right? Gold is worth so much more. It's ridiculous. 21 million for 30 days of subscription now. Like when I started back 17 some odd days ago, it was only 20 million. So it's already raised a whole extra 1 million, almost 2 million. And sometimes it fluctuates up to 2 million silver. 22 million, sorry, 22 million silver just for 30 days of premium. So it's very expensive. Did it give you a general idea of farming and at least be able to see what you're looking at now? Have a little bit better understanding? And then I won't even get into the cost of building houses, right? And everything else that's inside, or if you decide to use mercenaries. Like these guys came to a point where I don't even use them anymore because it's just time and money wise. I mean, yes, you can use books and stuff, but time to effort, I just stopped it. And then I pick up seeds. See, so you have to start at carrots first, right? Because when you're level 1, you can only do the first tier stuff. You only can plant carrots. So you have to level carrots at seeds at least to level 16 so you can get the next tier. Well, I don't think it was 16. I think it was lower. I've just been farming some other people's carrots and stuff. And then you farm it up this, and then you get to the next tier, and then you get to the next tier, until you finally get to where you want to be. So you need, I think it's probably 2 levels, because potatoes are only 2 levels. And then you can get to next year, and then you get to the crop that you want, and then you can grow the crop you want. For me, corn was the end game crop that I wanted to make roast pork. So that's why I stopped. I just kept growing corn. And then pigs are my end stop for roast pork. And I still can't plant cows because I need level 100. I'm only level 91. I need level 100 to plant cows so I can get cow milk. So I still haven't got there yet. That's why in this plot right here, why I'm still growing goose. Roast pork sells. I still use, if you put roast pork on the market, I would buy. I know lots of guilds buy roast pork. So is roast pork good? Yes, roast pork sells. Now here's one of the bad parts about planting goose if you're just going for roast pork. You see how I picked them all up? The main adult stays there. So you actually, if you don't want eggs, and I don't want to feed them my corn, you have to pick them up. So you have to do all this extra clicks for picking up. You notice my pigs, I picked them up right away. So now if you're just going to use the goose for slaughtering, for making roast goose, it's a whole extra click. And when you really take the time for all these different farm spots, it's all about time to effort, right? So instead of just one click, right, and picking them all up, I have to take a whole nother action and click on all of them again. This leads to time. I think there was a good 15 to 20 minutes extra time if these were all goose and I had to come over here and do all this extra clicking for all my farm spots. In time is effort, and time is money. So that's why I don't always focus on gooses. The only reason I'm doing gooses is because goslings are much cheaper than pigs. And I don't want to waste by buying pigs and planting pigs and losing them because I don't have focus points to give all these guys focus. So that's why I'm still doing goslings so I can level up my farming to 100 because I'm still trying to reach level 100 animal breeders so I can plant cows. Because I don't want eggs. I'm not going to be a... And see, if you plant them, now I just wasted a whole bunch of... I just wasted almost 10,000 in silver by feeding them because I didn't really want to feed them. And there's also those chances if you misclick as well, where you feed them like that. So I just wasted 10,000 silver right there. Yeah. So you see all the difficulties with farming now? And all the troubles and the woes. It's not all just making money and making it easy. There's definitely difficulty. Well, I'm going to show you right here. None of these gooses are focused, so I didn't use any focus points on them. And you'll see that pretty sure I needed, what was it? How many slots? 4 slots of 9. Can't do math anymore. 36. So I still need to buy 5 more goslings in order for me to replant them all. So I literally have to come over here, and you take the profit of this as well. So if you were to just sell this in the market, 293,000, right? But you have to minus 293,000 minus whatever you're going to buy to replant them. So I have to buy at least 5 of these. This cost me 50,000 to replant them. So your profits are less, right? For replanting goslings. And on top of you also, what people don't forget is you have to minus all the food you have to feed them. So if there's 36 goslings, it's 10 food per 36. So take that profits and minus that as well. So I'm going to use my wheat because that's what I use my wheat for. Let's see, I need 36, so I need 360. So 300, I wish you could just split it up to be exactly what you want. There, that's close enough. 166,000 silver-ish, around, right? 160,000 probably in silver alone to feed all your goslings. So you do all that math, right? It takes me all this effort to click, 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 plant them. I had to buy at least 5 goslings. I have to plant them again. I now have to feed them, which you see right here is 10. I'm not going to feed them my corn. I want to feed them my wheat. You feed them your wheat, which is 316 in whatever food you're feeding them. And that's all your profit right there. So by the time you feed and plant all these animals, it's costed you a ton of money. But yeah, the first thing I did, and I know at the very beginning of this stream, figure out what crafting you're going to do, if you're going to craft at all. Or are you just going to be a straight up... No, it's just because wheat is one of the best crops to use focus points on. And let me show you why. Wheat, if you see right here, the seed yield is 60%. But if you water it, it gets an extra 80%. So 60% plus 80% equals 140% seed yield. Your chances of getting more than one seed are much higher. And then if you eat a pork pie, you add an extra 15% on that. So 140% plus 15 is you have a 155% chance to get 2 seeds instead of 1. That is why I grow wheat. That's the only reason. All the other ones grow less, because you see over here, turnips, once you start watering turnips, is 53 to 73. Turnips are actually one of the good ones because I was going turnips. But if you see corn, 91.11%, but if I water it, it's only 18% seed yield. What that means, if 91% plus 18%, my chance of getting 2 seeds is only 109% if I water them. Yes, pork pies work for farming. Does that make sense? So it's all about math. The only reason I grow wheat is if I ever chose to use my focus on them, your chance of getting seeds with a pork pie is 155%. Compared to corn, yeah, your chances. And that's why I just use wheat as a feed farmer for leveling up. Honestly, I need to switch it to potatoes because now I just realized and I want to make potato salads. So I want to do potatoes and cabbage and corn. You are so welcome for joining. Yeah, I have some legendary gamers especially requested this, and I know there's even more that I can showcase as well, but I don't think my throat's gonna be up to it. I'm still recovering from COVID, but I know legendary gamers requested this, and I wanted to showcase so you at least knew the basis to start it. But farming it's very it's very expensive. And thank you for joining and commenting. This is not the first time. This is like my 4th time having it. The first time I had COVID, I was actually out for 3 months. I literally didn't think I was gonna make it. And then the second time I was only out for 2 weeks, and then it's gotten better. Like even now, I've only been out for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 days. So I already can talk and actually function now. This is my 4th day, so it's gotten a lot quicker, a lot easier to handle. Plus, I know how to handle it better. So, but you see right here, I started at 10 million. I already spent money just doing this farming right here, and then you still got to go to the other islands, right? Yeah, the original virus. Just like how he's saying, the original virus it's gotten, I think it's become more contagious, but less as strong. Like the first strain, the first time I got it, all my entire muscles hurt. Had a headache for a whole month. The headache that was the worst part. I think out of everything, sore throat, cough, everything, the headache and the muscle pain for a whole month was unbearable. I couldn't handle it. I was literally laying in bed the whole time, and I was just like, I can't take this anymore. I give up. Luckily, I didn't give up. I'm still here, but yeah, it was definitely not fun. I personally only own 3 islands. These other 2 islands that I'm at right now, like this person's right here, Ace G Wizards, was a friend that I got to play the game. He bought his own island, and I haven't seen him in, where is he? He hasn't logged in for 6 years and 3 days. So I haven't seen him in a while. Now the other island that someone else owns as well that I use is Worshi's Island, and he has a 5-plot land farm. I think I actually helped both of them buy and build their islands, but not by much. They did most of the work themselves. Let me plant some potatoes because I need to level up potatoes. But yeah, I only own 3 islands. And then I have 2 friends' islands that I use. This one only has 2 farm plots. Now the bad thing about Ace G's and Warshies is if I had access to Ace G and be able to log in as him, or even if I remember who this was, because I don't remember who it was, because I mentioned this game to a lot of people and got them to play, I would actually upgrade his island to have at least 4 farm plats. Easily pay the money for that. But he's not here for me to message or talk to him or do that for him. So, but yeah, if you're gonna do farm plots, go to 4, at least 4 farm plots, and then probably stop unless you were super rich, and then you can do 5 farm plots. Yeah, well, yeah, my taste changed as well. I remember that. That didn't bother me as much as the headache and the muscle pain. Like, I had headaches, fatigue, and extreme muscle pain. Like, you know, like when you exercise really, really hard and have the super muscle pain, take that times the pain by 10, and that's how I felt for my entire body for a whole month. And I just couldn't take it. It was so unbearable.
Let's go.
For farming, if you're watching closely and you're seeing how I'm picking up all my things, it is the fastest time to do it. Here, I'll show you again. So it is in the stream. You notice that I do a certain pattern, and the pattern is because you have to walk to each one to do it. Let me show you. I just do it by habit now because I've done it so much. So you come over here and you pick up a corner one, right? Side, side, side. I'm doing it slower so you can see it. Pick up this one, this one, this one, and then you pick up this one and this one. That's the fastest pattern that you can to save the most amount of time to pick everything up. It's okay, I still have to do a Cosmeteer video because I'm looking at all the ships in my Discord and I'm like, I need to touch it. Currently I'm doing okay, I'll just keep sipping on some more tea and stuff. That makes sense? Here, I'll do it again. Show you in a quicker way. Or I'll show you how to do it fast, right? I just click, 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 click. Click, click. Sorry, I messed that up, but click, click. And that's the fastest way you can pick them up. Some people may not think the pattern is important, but honestly, when you're doing this every single day, you try to find the fastest way to pick everything up so you don't have to walk. And let me show you a slow way, right? So if you come over here and you do it like this, like how some people do, you click, here, hold that shift, click, click, click. Look, I'm walking. Okay, I'm walking again. Okay, look, I'm walking again. You see how slow this is? I just wasted seconds doing that. So if you're gonna farm, find the fastest way, right? Do all the corners and just pick it up super fast, which is just a pattern for me now. So here I do it fast, right? I come to the corner, pick up the corner one, sides, pick up this one, and pick up these ones. That's as fast as you can do it. If you can think of a faster pattern, please, sure, go ahead and let me know. But I haven't seen or thought of one. You literally only move a couple times for doing that pattern. I'm sure there's more things that I forgot, but that's all I had prepared for this particular stream. If I can think of other more tips for farming and other things, I'll make another video and let you know. But yeah, that's farming. Any other questions?
Ready to leave? Up on.
Put my wheat there. There we go. I need to buy more potatoes. How much is my net worth? You mean with all the gear that I've bought?
Where you headed?
I would say well over several hundred millions. In total, that's a good question. I would rough estimate, including my account with all my other accounts, over 800 million. Yeah. With this account, with all my other accounts, because my other accounts are also geared as well, with all the other gear that I bought, well over the 800 million plus. That's just a guess. It could even be more. I'm probably underestimating it. Because I have other tier 8.3 sitting in here as extra gear that I haven't even touched, and I have, yeah. And I've spent a lot of money, and then I've also lost a whole bunch of gear too by, like, I was silly enough back in the day where I went in with a full set of tier 8.3 gear into the black zone to go solo dungeons because, like, oh, let's go have fun. I lost it more than once. So, yeah.
Have fun walking. Here.
I've been playing a long time. Now, another thing too, oh, mounts. Let me discuss this mount thing because some people don't understand that. I want to make sure this is understood. So the main reason why I use the pest lizard, I want to show the other mounts too, is you see right here, 315 kilograms of carrying, including its move speed and everything else. So the nice thing about pest lizard, if you dismount right and you move out of its zone, you see how I no longer have the pest lizard out? I still have the 315 kilograms of carry. Compared to if you use an ox or something like that, once you're no longer mounted and move out of the zone, the carry is no longer there.
Ready to leave?
Now, I know some people say to use other different type of mounts.
Hold tight.
To me, it's not fully worth it. Excuse me. To cough there for a second. Same thing like salamanders, another thing. So if you look at all the different weight that things can different carry, like horses and stuff, or oxes, like a horse only does 110 for a tier 4. The gallant horse only does 155 kilograms, which a gallant horse is expensive, by the way. It's 641k. Where a pest lizard is 315 kilograms. So if you're looking to harvest and do things, East doesn't have a pest lizard. They don't have this mount. I would assume that they still have all the same mounts. Compared to An ox. Well, that's strange. Do they have salamanders? Have you gone to the East server and looked in the market? Maybe nobody
Where you
just
headed?
rides them.
Let's go.
Not out yet? So they released their... Oh, they released the East server, but they haven't released all the mounts. What about salamanders? Saddled salamander? The saddled salamander is probably a good one to use. But you see right here, it's only 195 kilograms they can carry. Its estimated value is 281k. But if you're going to spend almost 300,000, you might as well get a pest lizard, which has an extra ability. So just almost 100, almost 200,000 more ish. But you have the toxic cloud ability. You have the ability to run away, as well as you can carry 315 kilograms. And it moves at 103% speed compared to, I think, the saddled salamander only moves at 100, so 3% more move speed. But still, a saddled salamander, if you're going to do crafting and run around and pick things up and gather, these are good mounts. Compared to using a horse, like if I were to come over here and grab a horse doesn't, they don't carry as much. Right? Even a tier 3 horse, like even if I were to come over here and do a tier 6 horse, you're only at 155 kilograms. Or if I even do a tier 8 horse. I don't want to do armored. You're still only 270 kilograms. Compared to mine, 315 kilograms. Now, yes, if you're trying to go for speed, the horse does run at 125% when it's galloping, but you start off at 65%. So if you're trying to run away from people to try to PK you or attack you, the pest lizard always moves 103%, regardless if you get hit or attacked. Its run speed is constant. So when you're trying to dodge or move away from people, this is better. As well as it has 2 abilities. This is why I like the pest lizard and why I use it. Because people asked me before, and here I'm explaining why I use this mount for its carry. I don't have to always be mounted to use the extra 315 kilograms. So even if somebody comes here and dismounts me and I lose range, I don't lose the carry weight. I'm always able to carry an extra 350 kilograms as long as he's here in my inventory. And then for all of its other effects, and for its cost, for me, because I consider myself well off, not super rich. Like some people are far more rich. Like these people that have these mammoths. This person right here, this person is probably super rich. Like to buy one of these mammoths, look at this, 146 million. I haven't bought a mammoth because to me, it only moves at 30%. Yeah, it's fun for gathering, but I'm not a focused gatherer. I'm more focused on farming and farming chests. I don't have a mammoth. There was times when I wanted to buy a mammoth, and I could have had a mammoth. I tend to spend my money on trying to upgrade my gear to all tier 4 at the moment. Or more. Plus, I'm spending all my money on farming because I'm trying to make roast pork and stuff. And then I spent my money on building crafting stations and all these other things. So, and then I was trying to gear up my other accounts, so I had to buy tier 8 gear for my other accounts. So, yeah. It got too expensive for I was just like, I'm not just focused on one thing. I was trying to do so many different things, and I just spent my money on those things. And then I had friends, and I would buy tier 8 gear for my friends or their kids. Some like my nephews and nieces, they play this game as well, so I bought them gear. So I thought gearing somebody was better than having some fancy mount. So I just spent money on whatever. But hopefully that makes sense. I'm gonna cut this one a little short. Didn't want to do too much talking. Just wanted to showcase the farming. Have a good understanding it. No special requests. Thank you, Legendary Gamers, for sticking around, chatting out. I'll make sure to post some more videos, but I'm gonna cut this stream just a little short. I'll leave it as just a simple guide. Do farming, crafting, the basics, and hopefully get people a better idea. None of this fluff saying that you can make tons of money, because it's not true. In the beginning, you don't make money as farming. It costs you millions, literally millions, to get even close to where even I'm at. And I'm not even at 100% corn yet, right? I'm not even at 100% any of these skills. And it cost me millions and millions to do this. So, just something to be aware of. Anyways, thank you all for being here. If you enjoyed this content, please feel free to smash the like button. It helps me out a ton. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. If you haven't already subscribed, please feel free to subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, that's okay as well. Come back once a week, once a month, or come back daily, because I'm streaming daily. Thank you all again for being here. Thank you for supporting me. And you all have a wonderful rest of your day.